So I'm staring at the lobby like, what's happened? Oh yeah, I need to press it. Whoops, daisy. Anyway, Wind Ranger was first pick last game. First pick, and still was that dominant as a mid hero. Just goes to show that, you know, it's a pretty versatile hero. You can't really hard counter it. But I mean, what does hard counter Wind Ranger? Maybe Shadow Demon's pretty good against Wind Ranger, because you got that really strong purge for the Wind Run, make her completely immobile. But I'm not sure. Late game, you can kill her. MKB in a bit of lockdown, and she's dead.
I think that's the thing, is she's an interesting hero in that Wind Run is so annoying, but you can counter it, and if you have a lot of magic damage, you can counter it. So it is an interesting one. I think Nat is just so comfortable on the hero, and I don't expect them to ban it. That, like, oh my god, Nat played Wind Ranger once. I don't think he'd play it again. I don't think he's the kind of person that likes playing the same hero twice in a row.
He
does
anyway. Sometimes, but not always. Do you know what I would do to Wind Ranger if I was just redesigning her a bit? Is I'd swap the Agnums and the Scepter. I'd make the Agnums a bit more powerful. The Scepter, you know, like the pushback, make it like a really cool AoE spell, more like a Kunkka ult or something. Kunkka Agnums. And then I'd make the Shard the Wind Run is undispellable, plus maybe lower cooldown, because it just feels like the Agnums is literally so bad. And if you are worried about your Wind Run being dispelled, you're just going to go BKB. You're not going to go Agnums. Yeah. So, whereas if it was Shard, would you pick up Shard if you were being dispelled on Wind Run? Yeah, that makes sense. That's a fair enough defensive one. Don't pick up Dolly the Optimist. Yeah, that's what the D is for. Clockwork. This was first picked or banned actually in the pro scene recently as well. I played that Clockwork game, and recently the double damage battery assault is so powerful. You can just walk into any camp and just battery assault it, and you will kill the camp, even if it's stacked. It does so much damage. So
yeah, level 5 battery, so level 3 battery assault will kill the entire wave, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to see how much damage it is. That's going to be an Oak Dazzle for sure. I'm just going to quickly get up the stats, because I'd love to know how much damage it does. So battery assault has a 10.5 second duration, right? I've always known that. It takes quite a long time. It can deal, with no talents, 1,520 damage, which is a lot.
How much rank?
Yeah, just level 7 Clockwork, picked up 4 points battery assault. So if you have creep double damage, 2 times the damage, that's 3,040 damage, which is going to kill. Apart from Ancients, you're going to kill everything. And they've gone for Pudge and Dazzle, and immediately responded to by Timbersaw. Timbersaw very, very good against Pudge, unless the Pudge is fed enough, and then it's the other way around. I don't think they'll be running POS 1 Pudge, but
I was going to say, if anyone would do it, Backwards Hello would do it.
I do like Pudge a lot in this meta, actually. And used to hate having Pudge on my team, but now he has so much base damage. His Aghanims is crazy good. Blink Dagger, of course, allows him to engage. He's a lot tankier now for short bursts of time with the Flesh Heap. I think he's in a really good place right now. So we'll see what they do with him. I don't know if Pudge Dazzle is the lane combo that you want, but obviously you can swap them. You know, Dazzle could be supporting someone else. Or Pudge Mid. Pudge Mid was pretty good. You saw the buff to Dazzle?
Be.
Very nice.
I did see the buff to Dazzle. I still think Dazzle's garbage, but that's just my opinion.
Me too.
I think that the ult rework didn't do anything for the hero. If anything, it made it even more complicated to play and still not good, even when played properly.
It gave Dazzle a tiny bit more burst damage and healing, but if Dazzle has any, I think it's actually a buff slightly for POS 5s, but Dazzle with items is massively nerfed. However, 2-second hex on the shard, that's quite a long, it's an AoE hex. Yeah, that is really good. That's the only sort of saving grace for Dazzle. Now, Dazzle is a support with lockdown rather than being a support without any lockdown, which you tend to think, Dazzle's got no lockdown. Anyway,
and suddenly you're hex for 2 seconds, you're like, okay.
And it's AoE and it insta-kills illusions. So Dazzle's actually an amazing counter, even if people don't think it, to people like, not to PL, tends to be too many illusions, but something like Naga or Terrorblade, you just press Q, all the illusions dead, instantly. Anyone who needs Samantha, press Q, gone, all gone. So yeah, I really like Dazzle, but still not an amazing hero at the moment, but you know, can be good. But we'll see what they go for instead. Clockwork is very good against Dazzle Pudge anyway, because Pudge can't dismember or do anything when you're stuck in Clockwork cogs. And Dazzle as well, yeah, you can probably grave yourself, but then you're just sitting there waiting to die. You can't TP out. You need a 4-staff against Clockwork. It is mandatory. So
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think the Pudge pick is, we won the first game. The majority of the people on the die have won the first game, so Nat, somewhat an Oak.
Yeah.
So they're like, maybe let's have a bit of fun. I think the Pudge pick is a little bit of that. The Timbersaw response is like, your hero's garbage, I'm going to eat you alive. So that should be interesting.
They're going to try. I mean, Pudge now has 73 base damage. at level 1, which is a lot of damage for a hero who can still buy, branches and things. I think very low base armor, like 1 base armor on Pudge or something like that. Pretty terrible. But it makes up for it with loads of HP and really high right-click damage. Can't last it against Pudge, that's the problem. If you're a hero with maybe like 55 right-click damage or something, you just don't have a chance. Quelling Blade, I didn't... You know how Quelling Blade's still recommended by Dota Plus, even on ranged heroes? It is so bad now, I don't know why any ranged hero would buy it. 4 damage is what it gives a ranged hero. That is not worth the pickup. Pick up Slippers of Agility, you're nearly there, and it costs the same. Almost.
The only thing I like about the quelling is actually the active, because it does allow you to, especially during the laning phase, open paths for pulling and your support to weave in and out. So for its utility, I still buy it a lot. And I think especially on low damage range heroes, it does help. But it's an awkward item for sure.
I'd buy it against Nature's Prophet, for example. Always keep that in your build because you're going to hold that for a long time. They went for Witch Doctor as well. He got a very interesting buff. It's now 60-second cooldown Death Ward. And they buffed one of the Maledict talents as well. So now Witch Doctor can just be death warding every single fight pretty much. I mean, 60 seconds is a low cooldown. So he's a terror in the early game. He still suffers from late game Witch Doctor syndrome. You get 1 shot, Death Ward does no damage to cause. You can't. Maledict has like 2 cast range, and the heal is actually his only spell that's actually good late game. But even then, we'll see. Witch Doctor has to go aggressive. Witch Doctor Pudge, I mean, if you get a Maledict and Pudge happens to hook someone, that's it. Target dead. Absolutely no chance they're going to survive. So,
yeah, and it does do pretty well into Clockwork Timber, because those heroes, they want to commit into the back line. If you put a Maledict on one of them, they kind of have to retreat. They can't really stand their ground against Maledict because they're just going to die. Even with Timber, with his reactive armor and HP regen, it's actually not enough to out-sustain Maledict after maybe level 2 or 3. So you do have to be quite careful, I think. Witch Doctor's not a bad hero against either of them for sure.
Witch Doctor...
Effectively, you get hurt by Clockwork and you're never getting Death Ward off again, but...
you just die. I mean, you can keep yourself alive a little bit. Maybe try and Maledict into Shard, perhaps. Shard is really good on Witch Doctor for survivability. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the Witch Doctor can do. Witch Doctor Pudge Dazzle has the makings of a very, very aggressive laning stage, whereas Radiance... even with those 2 heroes, I'm already liking where their team fight is going a little bit more. Now they've gone Jug. Jug is very good against all those heroes. I know if you Maledict Jug before he spins, that's fine. They go instantly CM. You like CM.
A classic combo. Yeah, Juggernaut Crystal Maiden, the Frostbite and the slows with the spin.
Now
It'd be a pretty obnoxious lane.
I'm not liking Dire's chances now. I would not want to lane against CM Juggernaut. I'm more scared than Grimstoke Juggernaut, than Shadow Shaman Juggernaut. CM Juggernaut is like the OG kill combo. CM now has a 5-second slow, and they buffed the cast range by 50 more on the Frostbite.
It feels significant as well. I always felt like Frostbite has a decent cast range, so buffing the cast range even more. Ursa is not a good pick into CM. I mean, I played this game recently, and as long as you play it properly as CM, Ursa doesn't hit anything. He has such a tough time.
I think Ursa is a good counter to Juggernaut in general, like very good against Juggernaut, but would I want to play Ursa against those heroes? Maybe not.
It's good into Timber in lane, actually, because the Timber wants to be constantly in your face, and as Ursa, you just constantly build up damage, so... It does actually work out well in lane.
It's good.
This means at least, I think actually with the supports, right, this Pudge is at least going to be 2 or 3. I'm thinking that they're going to put it 2 and Timber's going to go mid for Radiant. So the Radiant are going to look for a different offlane hero here. And they now that they see the Ursa, they know the Ursa is going to be pos 1. They can pick an offlaner that isn't going to get beaten up too bad.
We'll have to see what they go for. Yeah, like I do agree with where they're going to put Pudge in the mid lane. Or 3, but 3 Pudge. Anyway, Crystal Maiden Juggernaut. I don't know who gets the misfortune of laning against that, but please, that's a horrible lane to play against. If I see Juggernaut, I always want to be playing an offlaner who can escape or has so much damage you can sit there and man-fight Juggernaut. Like Legion Commander can be quite good for that. Press the attack yourself. Moment of courage. Just kill the Juggernaut. And then by the time he's run out of spin, you will just kill him. But otherwise,
she's got a buff as well with the patch, right? She has more proc chance, I think.
No, lower cooldown. So even rank 1 only has a 1.9 second cooldown, so you can get quite a lot off.
So fighting into spin actually is super viable for her, and she can press the attack, the frostbite. That's the thing you have to hold it for, because if you press the attack, then you get frostbitten. You're not going to do anything. You're just going to take damage. So.
Yeah, but then you could just go Crystal Nova and CM. Then you can dispel that as well, and run away. So I like. I like the
Legion.
I'm not sure if it rounds up the team fight enough. general. It's good against Juggernaut, yeah, it's good against Timber. Maybe it's actually okay. CM has 17 strength at level 1 now, which everyone made the joke about her being a creep, but there are heroes with less than 17 strength at level 1, which I don't know why we've forgotten.
It's not just the HP though. She also has like 1 base armor, so she does less damage. She's slower. She has less health and she has less armor than melee creeps at level 1.
Okay. I mean,
her spells are so strong it makes up for it, and I think everyone like you go, oh, CM's so squishy, and then you can never hit her because she's slowed you, attack speed slowed you, and you can't then auto.
Her spells are crazy strong. I think there's like they do 140 and 150 magic damage at level 1. So at level 2, you can have 300 magic damage, a 5-second slow, and a 1.5-second root. I mean, what is going on with those numbers? They are not fair. Then at level 3, you can pick up a massive ton of regen so that you can actually just get your spells off more, readily, and you give it globally. I mean, CM definitely has an amazing early game, can have an absolutely dreadful mid game depending on the enemy's BKBs and how easy she is to kill, or you can get a clutch ult and kill everyone. So it definitely depends. I like CM. I think it's a really well designed hero. They've gone for
she's been buffed a lot. It's been slowly coming, but CM's been slowly buffed, and I think now she's at the point where she is a lot more viable than she was in previous matches.
So I like that they took away her strength anyway. They're like, we're going to buff her, but the trade-off is you will die immediately if anyone looks at you funny. So I like the Lina. It's just right-clicks hard. You've got people who can engage. So yeah, I don't know what I would have gone. Maybe one of the spirits. The Ember Spirit was banned. Lina against Ursa. Yeah, I just feel like I would
like the concept of Monkey King. Actually, is you can either put it mid or off lane and flex it. Like it would work in both lanes, but yeah, obviously they are prioritizing potentially having the Timber front line and then Lina sit in the back. They don't need another hero that goes forward.
Yeah, Timber and Clockwork. You've got 2 heroes who both are similar. They're little robotic things who can engage and create a lot of space. Lina just wants to sit there and right click and always get an item to get away from Ursa herself. Being a mid hero, you're going to have plenty of money. Though you still go pretty much brown boots BKB, boots of travel on Lina, very common, or boots of travel into BKB depending. So we'll see.
All right, I mean, this reveals the lanes right for Radiant. So Lina's mid, so they're picking a hero here to go mid, I guess. It's going to be mid Rubik,
Another Rubik, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be pos 1 Pudge? No. Is Luke playing carry?
You've got...
He's got that new set. That's the set from the treasure, right?
Ooh.
I like Riders.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Nice cosmetics.
Yeah, it's the Dota Plus one, plus a different head item, I think. Yeah, some of the Dota Plus ones are actually quite good, but the 90k shard ones.
So this is interesting, right? You can actually put the Ursa in the offlane, I think. We know Luke played offlane last game, and he played Sand King. We're talking about heroes that can hit into spin. Ursa can do it. It is possible, because you do build up Fury Swipe stacks through the spin.
You do, yes. I just feel like CM is going to root you. I think when you're in Frostbite, you can't right-click. So
no, you can't. You're rooted with Disarm.
Which means you get a bit wrecked, and I don't know which support is going to save you. So...
Yeah, so maybe in that regard, you probably want the Pudge. The Pudge can also feed off the CM a lot better than an Ursa can, so it's got to be Pudge offlane.
You hook the CM, you get a kill, pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah, and even the slows don't really help you, because Rot and she's
Wait a second, slow. Flesh Heap against Spin. Spin procs a lot of instances of damage, right? Surely any spell that does damage in fast intervals, you know what we need to do? We need to look on the wiki, because this is a whole new set of interactions which we've never considered, which is how fast does every spell proc. So if we look at Juggernaut, Juggernaut is 0.2 second intervals, right? Rank 1 spin is 18 damage. Rank 4 spin is 33 damage, right, per interval. Now, Pudge Flesh Heap starts at 7 and goes up to 28 damage block. That means a max rank Flesh Heap, if you activate it, how long does it last? Does it even say how long it lasts? Does it literally not say how long it lasts on the tooltip? That's the worst tooltip ever. What is that? Okay, now we have to go onto the wiki again because we need to see the tooltip. So it lasts for... It actually goes up in duration. You literally couldn't work that out if you didn't level it. It goes 5, 6, 7, 8. Which means even rank 1 Flesh Heap is the same length as the Blade Fury.
Terrible.
If you are leveling up Flesh Heap even a couple of points to match the Juggernaut, you can take half the damage from his spin. That is actually crazy. And he has 800 HP at level 1. I actually think Pudge is so well suited against Juggernaut. I forgot how many matchups can be improved with the leveling of Flesh Heap.
And also, yeah, you just don't care about CM either, really, because she doesn't, like you said, she has quite high magic nuke damage, but it goes on to a high HP hero, And I guess he doesn't actually have magic resistance built in anymore. But yeah, it's not so bad for him.
Hook level 1
You
taken.
just kill Radish here. Just hit him.
I mean, Roy's got a lot of damage off there. They do hook him back, but they have no stun. I mean, what is happening
He's
here?
holding it.
I don't know what is happening. Backward slow is very low. It's a pudge. There's a fade bolt that's been used. You've got the clockwork doing quite a lot of damage. Have we got poison touch? Poison touch has been used, but it's not being applied anymore. This is a lot of spells being traded. If you had a stick, you'd have 10 charges right now. 6 charges on the Witch Doctor. Are they still going to fight for this? Oh no, what is happening here? Mo Farah is being beaten up. He is going to take the rune though. Oh, is he going to get away? No, somehow reaches over. So, wait, did Oak get a kill as well? Yeah, Oak got a kill on backwards. Okay, so Radiant got all 4 bounties, but Dire got 2 kills. So it's a very interesting set of trades there. I think getting the kills is better than getting all the bounties. Anyway, what?
Bounties don't give XP? Question mark? Or do they give XP?
No, I don't. I don't think so. But then kills in the early game give like 5 XP anyway, so you get practically nothing. Somewhat getting first blood playing Ursa is really nice because he's now is he sending anything out to him? No, he's not. What did he do with his money? Have a look at the Ursa. He's got a full Blightstone. That's what's Blightstone plus some tangos. So he's going Orb of Corrosion. Look at the refreshing of the Poison Touch. So aggressive on the Timbersaw. Although Mo Farah's already found a courier and got a kill on it. Very sneaky. Lina against Rubik. Definitely Lina favoured, but Rubik's not going to do too badly. It's pretty close.
I think once you hit level 6, actually, that lane becomes very hard for Lina because of the nuke damage from Rubik. He can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Backward Slow does have the Flesh Heap. He's already got a Flesh Heap stack. How good is that? 1 extra strength. He bought himself another salve. Yeah, Radish level 1, got the Frostbite, 125 mana. Does 150 damage though as well. They are spamming right clicks on the Juggernaut. JCA is like, I don't care about my mana. I've got 7 stick charges. I'm going to use them. Not need to get level 2 though. Maledict would be good. What will Pudge do level 3? Will he go Rot? I'm guessing he has to go Rot. Unless he goes double Flesh Heap just to survive the Jug. Which would be interesting. Look at JCA. JCA does not care about his mana. He is spamming so aggressively. This is a kill on Roids. Oh, but then it's a kill on Radish. No, it's not a kill on Radish. Oh, there is Maledict. One more right click. Yeah, there's a kill. Nice. Under the tower. It does have Flesh Heap. Is he going to activate it? No, doesn't need to activate it. Roy's doing plenty of right clicks. Doesn't get the crit right click off.
Actually relatively expensive, 35 mana to activate. And it only gets more expensive as you level up. So you actually have to be kind of careful about when you use it.
Yeah, I think the whole point is you're not supposed to hook a lot in the lane, just the running in Rot and Flesh Heap, so you don't use mana or anything else. Hook is what costs all the mana on Pudge, really.
Yes, true.
He doesn't actually have an awful int game, but it's not great. Oh, somewhat going aggressive. Mo Farah doing a lot of damage. Does have cogs as well if he needs it. He's going to use cogs. Burns mana, the cogs, actually. 50 mana burn. That's somewhat now completely... Oak's already got a null talisman. Look how much mana she's got. 534 max mana. That is so much mana. Very expensive spells. Oh no, don't lose your courier again. That's the second courier. Mo Farah, very cheeky. Don't know what happened.
Struggling a bit in bot lane. Yeah, just a spin trade, and you can clearly tell which way he went in favour of. Yeah,
double Flesh Heap, but still not enough. He actually could have got that last hit. Why did he give up on it? Anyway. He's sending himself regen. He sent himself a salve, then he sent himself a mango. Or he needs to buy an item. Can't just keep buying regen, otherwise his net worth's going to be very low. JCA, why is he so trigger happy with these stuns? Just lobbing them out every single cooldown. Royd's level 4 now. Radish level 3. 2 points of Frostbite he's gone for rather than the 1-1 build. He's actually on 100% mana. He just needs to be spamming it out a little bit.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna, you never want to be full mana on CM because you're literally just wasting your passive.
You have so much mana regen, yeah. Oh, Mo Farah's in trouble now. Being slowed again, being slowed again. Look at the slow coming out from the Poison Touch. It is so much. And now Timber being slowed. There's an Orb of Venom. Does have the chain, so we'll be okay. But yeah, I hate playing against Ursa Dazzle. That's actually an amazingly synergistic lane. Especially with the Orb of Venom, you have so many slows. What is happening here? JCA taking a few creeps, 2 points Maledict. Radish gets a little bit of a pull-off, does manage to deny a range creep. Oh, the damage from Pudge. Easy denies. There's a TP in from Mo Farah. They're spinning on the Pudge. He has dropped fleshy. Look how little damage. He's taking no damage at all from the spin. But now Mo Farah has turned up. There's a Maledict on Mo Farah. He's trapped him in. And there's going to be a kill. He hooks a creep. And they get the kill. Great rotation from Mo Farah. Interesting.
Super early Tranquils just rushed him, I think, for their movement speed to catch up at the beginning of these fights.
Sure, it was that 65 move speed and a ton of regen, so he can just walk around throwing himself at the enemy. And yeah.
It does mean he's left his Timbersaw alone in top lane, and like we said earlier, it's kind of hard for him to lane into this combo.
Yeah, very hard.
Lane is pushing into his tower, so actually he's more than fine with this.
He'll be okay. Extra levels on Timber is also what he needs. And Mofara's gone for a gank mid. Is this going to be a gank? All he needs to do is do a Dragon Stay. But fantastic pickup by JCA. But now the Laguna Blade, so he will get a kill in return. That's going to try and steal Laguna Blade. You know he wants it. He's just going to use it. Oh, that could be a kill. No, he's not mana. No mana. That would have been such a cool kill.
It would have. Oh, yeah, he would have been like 75 HP.
Backwards hello. He's waiting for the spin. It doesn't happen. That's how you counter his flesh heap. You just right-click him. Because he's got no armor. 2 armor, so Juggernaut does so much right-click damage with the phase boots. Yeah, Backwards not having such an easy time on Pudge. Way harder than I thought, but then you are laning against CM. CM, who's skipped Crystal Nova in favor of 2 points Arcane Aura.
Yeah, I don't know about this, Radish. We need to talk. Your Q is such a strong spell.
But Clockwork's happy. He needs the mana regen so badly.
True. We say as he's out of full mana. He's looking for somewhat here. Can someone not just turn around and hit him?
Could try.
Oh, there's a gank. Yeah,
that's going to be an easy kill on somewhat. Well, I say, yeah, it is an easy kill. I think Oak's in a bit of trouble too, except they just leave her. So
they don't
care. Like, whatever. Bot lane, have a bit of a rotation. Nat's here. Time to get a kill on the Dire. Royd actually has dropped the full Omni Slash.
Oh,
but now he's in a lot of trouble. Do they have the lift? They're just Laguna Blade his face off. And Royd's going to go down. No, Backwards Host too tanky. Flesh Heap so good. Oh, Mofara's hit. Backwards Host goes away. JC is going to die. He does get his stun off. JC actually has his heal, so he lives as well. Really interesting item choices. Mofara's rotations. He has been everywhere.
What a different game to the last one, where this was about the time we saw First Blood, and there's already been 11 kills.
Great rocket flare as well.
Top lane.
Scouted out now. Another kill. No, he's going to be fine. Warden lane. Very aggressive Warden lane. But he has gone Soul Ring and a Ring of Health. So he's very, very tanky.
Yeah, 3 points in reactive armor as well. They literally have to burst him down. Oh, if he doesn't wipe off these stacks, though.
5. Okay, it's gone. No, 6, 7. He doesn't wipe them out. He messes up big time. 9 stacks. Yeah, if he waited 0.1 second longer, he would have been fine.
Literally the difference between him living and dying. That's crazy.
It wasn't even like they went on him. He went in.
Yeah.
The greed.
I respect.
Literal last frame. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Who is oh no? Yeah, Mars.
Another casket from downtown. I know what you mean. He's literally just chucking them out for fun at this point.
He spams them. Absolutely spams them.
Clockwork down bottom again for another gank. We'll get scouted out.
Yeah, we'll find JCA. It only takes 2 hits to kill. I was just going to hook him out. Okay. Go for the pure defensive option. I like it. Let's have a look at the last hits. Very hard to tell which team are solidly ahead at the moment. Radiant actually have more net worth, despite being behind in kills, but it is very, very close. I guess it would be nice for Radiant to win because they have more players who lost, but it was 3 for 2, so it's very close. Anyone's game. There's the slow being applied, but you are applying it to a hero with basically infinite armor and health regen. You are continually slowing him down. He will be able to get away.
Look at the damage in mid. That's just 1 W and Dragon Stave. This is what I meant by level 6. It becomes quite hard for Lena to lane. You almost like want to consider like Tranquils for Lena, but I imagine she's going to go Travels and just fly around the map.
I would assume so. I mean, that's the thing about playing mid Rubik. You're also going to take the other mid hero's spammable spell.
Yeah.
Straight away. But Farah is still here in the bot bot lane. He's going top now. Looks like Timber's in a lot of trouble. Does have Timber Chain. Is going to use Timber Chain, but I don't think he's going to be able to escape. A lot of slows, but he's still going to go down. There is rotation from Mo Farah. It's not going to be quick enough.
The Orb of Corrosion and the 1 point in Timber Chain is just not enough for him to get away. He's actually just going to go straight onto Mo.
Mo's fine. Mo's absolutely fine. He'd love to get a kill now that he's picked up the Urn of Shadows. That's the problem when you have Urn and you don't have any kills. I like Radish's build. Crystal Nova is for losers. Just get Frostbite.
Oh my god. Stop. Stop.
1 point Crystal Nova. Now forget Crystal Nova.
That's barbaric.
It's a little bit interesting. I maybe would have put just 1 point Crystal Nova at some point.
I level it first. Like, it's the first spell I get every game on CM.
Oh, the hook.
The hook.
And the stun comes back.
That's fucked.
No, Radish is fine. See, that's that Frostbite.
No, he's dead to Maledict. What do you mean he's fine?
He's fine. He's fine.
He's so dead.
Backwards Hello's like, please give me the Flesh Heap.
That's all he wants.
He's going for a Hood first. The Pudge I saw other game went for Vanguard first. I think Hood makes sense. Hood plus Flesh Heap in active, you're going to be so tanky. He's got 3 points of Flesh Heap. He's gone really tanky Pudge. I guess for offlane Pudge that does make sense, right? But he might have some mana problems.
I think, like you said with the spin, right, he's done it for the lane, but the Juggernaut's now just given up on the lane. He doesn't want them to have anything to do with it.
Oh yeah, Royd's just getting that Maelstrom farmed up.
Let's be careful here. Now we'll just kill him, I think.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they're going to look for a gang?
He's used his spells now.
How many coming in?
Hook shot. Can't get it.
He got spin.
Well, now he's fine. Spin doing a lot more damage on Rubik than it does on anybody else as well. Yeah, Timber's struggling a little bit this game, but still has more net worth than the Pudge, who is struggling even more.
He actually went Vanguard on Timber this game.
Vanguard Timber, interesting. I don't see that a lot, actually. I guess with
it's pretty good against the Death Ward as well. Not bad.
I don't know if Death Ward damage can be blocked, actually.
It's physical, right?
Yeah, but I think it's physical unblockable because the game is very confusing and is not consistent.
It is very confusing.
It's inconsistent, this game. You can never tell. There's no reason. You can't work it out. You just have to know. Oh, this is how it was coded originally, and this is what it is.
You gotta love it.
But good against Ursa's fast hits, anyway. A bit worried backwards hello. I think an Omnislash won't even kill the Pudge, so...
Oh, no, not at this point.
He's got 1400 HP. He's only got 3 armor, though. Oh, plus 4, 7 armor. Well, Radiant have dropped a lot of rotations into top lane to take out the tower.
Game slowed down a lot moving into this sort of end of laning phase. The Clockwork still doesn't have any charges on his own, but he does now have hook shot.
Oh, they're going for Timber. Timber's in trouble. Here's the Dazzle. Poison Touch rank 3. Tries to get away. But Timber Chain again is 2 ranks on Timber Chain. But he's got no trees to get to. He tries again. He puts out the slow. There is so much slow on this hero. So much slow. Really good team comp to take down the Timber, actually. Just going into the Roids. But you got to be careful because they know there's rotations. It's 3 versus 1. He has used the Flesh Heap. He's taking absolutely 0 damage while Flesh Heap is up. Oh, they've dropped everything. CM or Omnislash. Radish does get the kill on that. So I guess they will take him down. TM should use the ult whenever there's a chance because you're not getting a lot of opportunities on the ult. And the cooldown is quite low, actually, 90 seconds. Hello, Decades. Nice to see you on interesting game for you here. Dazzle actually has more mana than HP. You don't see that a lot, but I think it's quite funny. It's a squishy hero with loads of mana. A lot of mana. And they've got arcane boots as well, so just so much mana.
Oh, that's the most unfortunate Observer Ward of all time.
Oh dear. Oh, she doesn't go. Get it! She does get it. He gets frostbitten.
No, she's not going to die.
No, just get the D ward. That's what matters.
There's no Q. Like, how can he ever keep up with them?
That's true.
Why do you not have Crystal Nova?
Crystal Nova. You can't even see the radius because don't have it. But the range is absolutely massive.
Yeah. Because it's only the center point of the circle, right? So it has the extra range based on its radius.
Yes, it does. So, and it's now a 5-second slow. It's just insane.
Oh, that's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, maybe we should see some more CMs. I really like having CM on team. Oh, they're going to smoke into Mo Farah. Mo Farah turns around.
Into each other.
They drop a lot of things on Mo Farah. He's going to take quite a lot of damage. So they're going to drop the Death Ward as well. Mo Farah is 100% dead. And JCA is like, yes, I will farm your illusions. Diffusal
Oh,
blade
says
already
it's
up on us.
diffusal.
Yeah, we just saw it at the same time. That is not what you want to see.
It's definitely Dire's time to shine now.
Clockwork.
That's also very
What has
strong.
happened? There's a hook onto the Pudge, onto the Juggernaut, but Juggernaut did get the ultimate off. I mean, the spin off, so isn't going to take too much damage. Radish is going to die very, very quickly, though. So Royd's managed to escape, but they did get a kill on the CM. Dire have only just started to overtake in net worth, despite being 7 kills ahead. That kind of just goes to show how much better Radiant are farming. Even though last it's equal, I don't understand net worth.
This is definitely the power spike for Dire now, though. Rubik is super strong at this point in the game. He actually has Freezing Field.
Oh, Freezing Field on Rubik. I guess you lift them into you, and then you just start freezing fielding them. I don't think Royd's is going to die. Yeah, he just immediately spins it off. No, you're not gonna get the hook. No chance. He is playing very, very safe, which is the right play. Think Dagger being built backwards. Hello, I definitely agree with that. Very interesting skill build. I'm not sure why there's a second point in meat hook, but why not? Oh, rotation.
Hook misses. Somewhat, it's going to be fine.
You have a couple
I'd like to
of
see
chances.
Yeah, I'd like to see them group up and actually hit Roche with their sub. I think they're just super strong at this point. It's really hard for them to fight in.
Yeah, Morbid Mask. I definitely would be considering the Roche. The ACA is okay. A couple of right clicks, but nothing else. Ooh.
Actually hunting here.
I think Royds is in trouble. He has to spin. 20 stick charges. Oh, that's Freezing Field. It's doing a lot of damage. And just discuss the Fade Bolt. Mafara will get away. Or not, because he's trying to escape. He's trying to use the Tumbler's Toy. He does actually get it off. That steals Cogs. Not the most useful spell to take on Rubik. Looks cool, though.
Does look cool. Green, shiny.
It's only Radish who died. Radish who still doesn't have Crystal Nova at level
Top
7.
lane. Oh, the hook. Hooks his Ursurans instead of the Timbersaw.
Oh, dear.
Unfortunate.
I guess that's why he's called Oh No. He likes the Sir Action Slacks line.
Oh, this ward onto the Lena.
Very nice ward. Again, warding by Oak. Very
The
aggressive.
Cogs.
Oh, I take it back. He gets away! Gets away! Even with the amazing warding, Nat thought he'd, you know... Oh, he had to use the telekinesis, to be fair. They wouldn't have been able to get him close. He didn't have stun to steal because it wasn't used. Very lucky TP out, though. Whoa, that was good. Even Mofara threw in a rocket to try and help, but it wasn't enough. That's sad.
Oh, it's so strong, though. You can see the power that has. He has so much burst damage right now.
Yeah, but Rubik late game still not as great as Lena's. Lena is scaling very well. They buffed Lena as well. Fiery Soul now lasts 18 seconds, up from 15. Basically, once you've got 7 charges, you keep them forever.
That's amazing.
And anyone do 7 times 15? That's the buff on the shard. It's a massive buff. 7 times 15 is 105, isn't it?
105, yeah.
Yeah, 105 more damage per spell. They've made the shard 50% better. So now if you've got... I don't think it's worth it on a core Lena, but 105 more damage on all your spells is not bad, especially when they're quite spammable. But anyway, Lena is getting better than Rubik, that's for sure. So Nat is level 14. He sees Mofara. Mofara is in a pretty rough spot, needs to get the cogs off. Good cogs, going to be lifted out of his cogs, has to deny his own cogs, smokes himself randomly, and dies to the poison touch. Oak on a killing spree. 307 on this CM, but there is going to be an easy kill on Radish as well, picking up that with a massive Fade Bolt. Fade Bolt does so much damage.
It does so much damage. I think with the amp as well, it does. He's doing 425 damage on a W when Lena's ult at level 1 does 500. Like, what? How's that fair?
Yeah, that's...
Bounces as well.
Well, Lena now has rank 2 Laguna, which is 700 damage. Just do not give that to Rubik. They're going to try for a kill onto Somewhat. But then that is a kill on Ursa. Oh no, he's made a big mistake. He made a very, very big mistake there. I mean, okay, the Omni Slash might have been slight overkill, but he ulted instantly, and then he tried to TP. It was a bit of a panic, I think. So nice to get a kill on the Ursa. It's a killing spree ended. 470 gold for Lena puts you close to the BKB. I think Radiant are definitely going to have a difficult time this game, but I still think they're favored late game.
Yeah, I think Dire just need to keep up the momentum. They need to do Roche relatively soon. They have a Blink Dagger on the Pudge who didn't get caught with the smoke, so they are hunting at the moment, but they're hunting in the wrong area. They need to go to the top side of the map. They need to get Roche on.
Yes, they need Roche. Well, they're actually going to take Roche on the Radiant team. No, they're going to hit it once, and they're going to immediately change their mind. Royds was like, ah, yes, I didn't one-shot the Roche. I probably should back off.
The Dire's top tower is doing its best, but it doesn't look good.
Is that no, it's a sentry up there on the cliff, isn't it? Yeah.
I feel sad for them.
Radiant don't have vision of what's going on at the moment.
Dire's top tower
No.
is under attack.
Very aggressive warding.
Has seen better days.
There's a lot of wards on this map. Radiant have so many wards. But they're not farming in this space. They created all this space with this ward up here, but they're not using it. They're just farming mid. Roids gets blinked on top of. Radish can't interrupt it. Is he getting the spin? There is a spin, but there's absolutely no damage to Pudge whatsoever. You can't kill this Pudge. I think that's going to be Mo Farah killed. Radish is going to die as well. Grave just in case, but whew. Pudge is so tanky early game. That's only 3 points of Flesh Heap as well. I mean, he does also have a Hood of Defiance. You cannot kill Pudge with Blade Fury. You just cannot.
And it's undispellable as well, right? Once he activates it, so that's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to get fight for him, otherwise you just cannot bring him
down.
They
found Roids. Oh, they hooked him. And Nat just channeling his ultimate. Of course, Nat has his own shard, which means that he's already got the shard upgrade of Freezing Field, which is amazing.
That's so interesting, actually, rushing the shard on a core Rubik.
Yeah, some good spells to steal, though, from. I guess nothing from Clockwork. Lena, nothing. Timber Sword. Okay, maybe there's not a lot of heroes to take it from. You get your own shard, though, which makes Telekinesis have some... I guess he can save himself from Clockwork a little bit more easily.
You get the upgraded Blade Fury, I suppose, which is pretty cool. Extra movement speed.
Oh, yes, 100 move speed. That's a good point.
All right, here comes the Roach attempt.
Going for Dazzle. Dazzle does have Grave. Does Grave herself. Quite early Grave. Nat picks her up. Okay, does interrupt the TP, but then Oak will be okay because we hooked up back with Soleil. Oh, there's a Yules onto Nat, but Nat's just spinning. Spins away. Mo Farah is very, very low. BKB drop it backwards, so that is going to be another kill. 20 kills on this Dire team.
Yeah, and that's going to be Roche.
Which is exactly what they want. And Roche couldn't be easier when you've got Ursa, so with the Morbid Mask. 21-minute Roche. Not that early, but still better than nothing.
Can this Pudge please tank for him? I beg. Luke's like, please tank.
Yeah, even the lifesteal, not quite enough. There we go. Roche has finally been taken. 1 second Blade Fury duration taken.
This'll come in handy.
I just feel like Blade Fury Radius is better if you're going to go that talent. Blade Fury Radius is so much radius, it like doubles the spin.
Yeah, that's true. You either kind of all commit on the meme or you don't at all, I think. The healing ward cooldown is so good. And I feel like when you need it the most and you don't have it, you really regret it. Where I feel like 1 second extra Blade Fury, you're like, whatever.
That's good if you've gone for Blade Fury Radius and you pick up early shard. That's how I like to play Jug. If I'm not going for that,
Royd is under a ward.
He's under attack. Another Oak ward.
Another Oak ward. Deep.
They like, yeah, she likes the deep warding, but it's correct with this game because their team are so aggressive. But Roids is not farming where his team have vision. That's the thing. There's no vision there whatsoever. You don't want to be farming in an empty jungle. Look at the range Nat picked him up. And Dire, they are such an aggressive team. Nice Yules from the Timber. Going to keep himself alive. Then he gets hooked. Eaten by the Pudge. Not even dismembered. Just enough anyway. So much lockdown.
He actually did a lot of damage before dying here. They're going for more. Yeah, we got a shard.
There's the shard. Radish is going to go down. Yeah, keeps herself alive, but not going to save herself using the whatever it is, the Shadow Amulet. Yeah, Shadow Amulet is. I mean, it's very obvious where you are because you can see the purpley effect. The only cool thing about it is it does last forever, which is a unique side.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like an upside and a downside because you obviously can't move. So if they just wait and get detection, you're dead. But at the same time, it could also save your life.
But it means you could set up a gank with it in advance, technically.
Dire are definitely starting to push their advantage.
Oh, the hook shot from Nat. He then steals the stun, but then he realizes that he's Rubik. I mean, look how long he's going to lock him down for so long. His team have finally turned up. That was incredible, the amount of lockdown he provided. He tries to get a kill onto Nat, but someone says not a chance.
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough. Nat is doing Nat things on his mid Rubik, taking control of the game.
He is.
And he's got backup as well. It's not like he's alone.
I mean, he kept the Lena in place for like 10 seconds, and then the Pudge turned up, and then that was that. I mean, Radiant are actually farming quite well. That's the only thing. Like the net worth lead is never going in Dire's favor, like further and further, despite the fact that they're getting so many kills. Because the Radiant are just making use of that space, even though Roy did get caught in his own jungle. Just farming as much as possible.
Yeah, he's going to need it. Well, he's Manta Maelstrom right now. Like, an Omni Slash is going to feel very underwhelming at the moment. I definitely wants at least level 18 before the next fight has to happen. So he's going to do his best for that.
Yeah, level 18 plus something else.
I think they're going to go... You got 2 minutes on Aegis. They have a ton of vision as well around this bot lane.
Yeah.
They're going to back up.
I mean, Roy's just walking around getting some farm. There's a mid tower that's nearly gone down. I think the mid tower will actually die to range group. Never mind, that comes in.
Nah.
It's deniable though, so they should deny it for the 45 gold.
They won't. They want the map control.
That's fine. They can afford to keep it up. Oh, the Hex. There's a hook shot onto the Dazzle. Oh, the hook! He didn't manage to block it. And Royds is in, spinning on the Dazzle, but Dazzle has Shallow Grave. Big heal as well. Look, Oak is absolutely safe. Nat is going to save her, but I think JC is going to go down. So that'll be 1 kill. Radish still doesn't have Crystal Nova at level 10. Nat is spinning in at like 1,000 miles an hour. He does have Crystal Nova. Thank goodness. Oh, someone's going in. Nice Yules onto the Ursa. Really good. But unfortunately, the freezing field was stolen. And Nat is slowly walking towards Mofara. Now he's hooked Timbersaw as well. Timbersaw does quite a lot of damage to Pudge, but it's not going to be enough. They have the Shallow Grave anyway. Oh, but here comes the stun from Lina. But the Laguna Blade's only going to take the Aegis down.
That was expiring soon anyway, so Luke won't feel too bad about that. But they're going to back off here. Nat out of mana.
It's a lot of space being created, like for Roids though. Like he immediately realized the fight wasn't going well. Ends up in top lane, farms a little bit more.
Going Nullifier. Interesting.
It takes a long time to build the Sacred Relic. I mean, what are you nullifying? You can't take away Flesh Heap. I don't know if he realizes that. You can't Dazzle. You can't get rid of the Shallow Grave. You can get rid of all these 4 stuffs.
Does it dispel telekinesis? I don't even know if it does.
Oh, self telekinesis. It says strong dispels only.
Then yeah, I guess so.
Is Nullifier strong dispel?
I think so.
Basic
it
dispel.
Dispels.
But
it's only basic, then yeah, probably not then.
I don't know, because all stuns need strong dispels, but when you dispel the enemy, you don't... I don't know, actually.
I guess we might find out at some point. But so they've drawn a line on the tower. They're going down top lane.
Still a tier 1 here. I don't think Radiant want to be fighting. They're a bit all over the place right now, and they should...
Radish is just dying, unfortunately.
Yeah, goodbye. No. Timbersaw, you need to leave, or you're going to be feeding as well. Radish does get away a little bit. No, it's going to go down. Pudge has got a lot of strength now, just from being in proximity of all these kills. 22 free strength. Does make your offlaner a lot tankier. Going for the BKB on Pudge now, which I think is the right way to play Pudge, because then you can throw yourself in the middle of the enemy team with the Rot on, with the BKB.
Also guarantees your dismember, right? You're locking down a target like, you know, the Juggernaut or the Lina, and they can't do anything about it. You just kind of have to accept this is my life for the next 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Roids is just playing a single-player game. Doing quite well, though. He's on the tier 2 tower level now. Well, Lina's turned up as well. They finally realised. It took them quite a while before they thought, well, I better do something about that, drop the glyph. I mean, they are doing a lot. Look, can you believe that the net worth difference is 4k with an 8 to 27 score? It makes no sense. That's just how well they are farmed. This Juggernaut has never been behind on net worth by more than 1,000, and now he's going to get himself killed. Spin TP, I hope. No, he's just going to spin and leave. He's like, see you later, nerds, and leaves back with slow to die. Oh, he gets away with the Shadow Blade. Shadow Blade BKB. BKB expires. Oh, he's fine. It's fine. Both heroes get out, and they stop the tier 2 push, and Roids is immediately back to farming. You know what? Radiant are holding on for dear life, but they are doing it so well. So well. The Lina needs more items, definitely, but the Shadow Blade, it's a good start. Silver Edge, that's when the damage starts to come in, because you have that Chrysalis built into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as we said, it's going to outscale the Rubik. The longer this goes on for, the worse and worse Rubik's going to get. The freezing field is quite scary though. When that pops out, it does so much damage.
You had 2 choices, Ben. He's talking about. Ooh.
I guess the tier 2 tower incident.
Yeah. Enchanted Quiver is nice on Lina as well. Good bit of burst. Nice long right click range.
Radiant have lived in this area of the map for the entire game. They've never taken over on Dire.
Yeah, it's been their domain pretty much. The
Literally.
Dire's jungle by the safe lane. The Dire also don't have a push line up. There's not a single hero on the Dire who does any meaningful damage to towers. You've got Ursa a little bit, but he has no fury swipes on the tower. Look at him, he pops everything. The tower does not care. Whereas if he was something like a Tiny, or Lycan, or Beastmaster, or whatever, the tower would be gone. Even a Jakiro, Pugna, Shadow Shaman, they got nothing, which is really nice for the Radiant.
Definitely the big weakness of their lineup. I guess they have the sustain for us to hit it for a long time.
Yeah, but this is time. This is time to farm. They found Roids, but he does get the spin off. There's the hook from O'Farah. It's a double stun. He needs to go into the ult. He looks like he wants to go into the ult. Doesn't even get it. Just gets stunned. Lift immediately killed. That is regrettable. Lots of 4-staffs and saves. Dire not going to lose anyone. He was so desperate to Omni Slash, but the amount of stuns, the basher from somewhat into the stun from that. Now that's a bit of a time for Dire to build up an advantage. Yeah, he's going Scardy on the Juggernaut, so he's not going to build a lot of damage here, but it will tank him up a bit. But they still can't take high ground. There is Roche, though. Roche is nice. Second Roche. Who needs a shard? Only Ursa and Witch Doctor. Both those heroes really need them.
The Ursa one is just so good though, and Ursa's like getting second Roche for the shard because it saves them having to buy it, which is usually why with Ursa you want to try and do Roche as soon as possible so you have that second Roche spawning.
Yeah, free shard is nice. They know that they're in Roche. They've hit them with the clockwork flare. But Lena's in another lane with TP on cooldown, so they know that they're not going to stop it. Ursa has double damage. They're throwing out more flares, but JCA is just providing a little bit of healing. He takes the shard. Is he taking the shard on the Witch Doctor?
No, it's got to go on the Ursa.
Goes on the Ursa.
It's generally like quite throwy, I think, if they didn't take it on Ursa. So they've done the right thing here.
I don't know. It's quite nice on Witch Doctor, but yeah, I think it is better on the Ursa. The flamethrower up on Timbersaw. I really like that shard. He's going for Shiva's Guard. I like the Shivas. Definitely reducing healing along with the Scar that's going to be built by the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut's not getting a lot of farm now. It's slowed down quite a bit. Same with Lena. Look at Rubik's net worth. 6k more than the Lena. Oh, the hook shot. It misses. It misses. Ted needs to farm that Silver Edge. That's when he actually does some right-click damage. BKB first is great. No right-click damage from it, though. Okay, Dire team are gearing up for a push. Now that they have Aegis, they might try for higher ground. It's just their team is not well suited to high ground unless they can get a hook from Pudge. Or maybe Nat can pick someone up who's gone a little bit too far in. He's got Aghanims and an Octarine core. This is a ridiculously fed Rubik who needs to steal another spell. Somewhat is going to hit the tower.
Has the Aegis still for another 3 minutes.
Yeah, Frostbite went into Enrage, unfortunately. There's the hook. Hook on the Juggernaut. This is the kill. Yeah, he's dead. He's got not a chance now. No, he spins away. Is he going to drop Omni Slash? Nope. He turned around to Omni Slash. Just still trying to Omni Slash. Does get the Omni Slash, but this is into a full Enrage. It's doing a lot of damage to the enemy team. But Oak going to keep herself alive. Not a single kill came out of that. Laguna Blade goes into the Enrage. They will bring him down, though.
Fight's looking good for Radiant.
Oh, there's the stun. JCA stun, very nice. Does manage to find a tree to get away with. They are doing a bit of diving here. Raj is going to go straight down. Roy's just got the spin. This is a chance to go on something. They had a very small window, and now he's fine. Oh, dear.
And Dire could just reset here through heals. They have the Witch Doctor and the Dazzle, so they're going to surely want to keep going here.
Yeah, I agree.
There's no Omni Slash now. Laguna's back up in 20, so that's not down for too long. But nope, they're gonna say it's farm time again. We've had enough.
Yeah, exactly.
They've also used the BKB on the Ursa, so he doesn't want to particularly fight right now.
They're still going to try. No BKB, no Aegis. Oh, what is this? Oh, it does get the stun off, but that is one dead Lena, and that is now spinning in. Royd's spinning as well, but it's enough damage backwards. Hello, he's still got the flesh heat. He now activates it. He's going to be absolutely fine. Timbersaw cannot do enough damage to him, and here comes the Death Ward. It's a lot of damage. It's going to punch through Timbersaw's armor. And Mofara is just floating around with the jetpack. Stolen jetpack on Rubik. That's quite a fun spell to have. Nice jetpack, bro.
That's actually really funny.
Jetpack is a good shard.
It is.
Lets you get out of your own cogs if you need to, or just set up for a hook shot.
And the flying vision's also super nice.
Blade Fury DPS on Juggernaut. He still needs to get that Skadi. It's now looking a little bit tougher for the Radiant.
They are holding these fights though. While they are losing heroes, they're taking 0 damage to buildings. The top lane has lost a little bit, like, you know, maybe half its health from the first push, but that last push they achieved nothing. That tower is still 2500 HP. And they use an Aegis there as well.
But I think it's the demoralization of being 8-32. It's like, guys, we're getting absolutely destroyed in this game. But actually, I've been watching the pro scene. The score difference can be 3 kills, and the net worth is easily 20k difference because they're so good at capitalizing on objectives. But Dire just struggled to make things happen. Look, Royds is just farming again. He's going to have Skadi now. He actually can afford Skadi in about 1 camp, except he's about to... Oh, he's not blocking this camp. He's waiting for it. Camp hitboxes are so, like, random. You could never work them out, could you?
No, you have to use the old button, otherwise you would literally never know.
Like, there's no rhyme or reason. Some of them are enormous and some of them are tiny. Like, look at what's going on in the Dire jungle. What is the size of some of these camps?
You did actually have at one point to learn it before the Dota Plus thing was introduced.
There were like little references on the floor, like next to that flower and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That is no chance you're killing that with a 4-staff and a jetpack and a telekinesis on himself. Now he's jetpacking into Mo Farah, who could jetpack himself away, but instead they're going to destroy him. No, they can't. Oh, now somewhat is in. Nice Yules onto the Ursa. Really good time, but he's still got the BKB. He's still got the enrage. Uses the enrage now. Lina gets hooked. Nice hook from backward to low. When it matters, he gets it. There's a full Omni Slash happening, but it's just not doing any damage. Now he's going for the spin, but realizes he has to escape. Juggernaut is just not the hero this game. That is chasing Roids. Here comes Radish. I mean, Nat has just got himself killed for no reason, but that's actually going to go a long way. That is 1,800 gold.
Oh my god.
For those 2 heroes. Radish has just got 682 and it's got 1,200 gold. Okay, that's a bit of a misplay, and Roids is going to be happy with that. The amount of experience he must have got from that kill as well. That's 1 kill. They weren't even that far behind.
He's already at 1,600 gold. Like, he's very content with what's just happened here. True. I think you said the Jug is on the hero for this game. With a couple more items, I think he definitely can be. He's going to start doing so much damage. I mean, the Omni Slash is already getting quite hard to tank, even through Enrage plus Pudge. It's only going to get worse.
He needs to... Omni Slash duration is probably the talent this game, because he is getting the full duration off every single time. Adding a whole second will be good. But I wonder what damage item he goes for now, because he doesn't really have a damage item. He could upgrade to Mjolnir. He could go Basher, doesn't do a lot of damage. He could go for a Butterfly, which is good against Ursa, because Ursa's not going for MKB.
Yeah, I like the Butterfly this game, but it's obviously got buffs as well, which is nice for the item.
Oh yeah, they did buff Butterfly. What was the buff?
Roids.
You just give up on the item?
You dropped something there, Roids.
That's a very good item. It's a Stormcrafter. That's an amazing item.
It's fine. He'll come back for it. It's okay.
I'd hope so. When someone goes, guys, where's the Stormcrafter? Roids is walking right past it. Come on. Roids. It's right there. It's right there. Okay.
He's got it.
He realized. Honestly,
if he didn't today, he wouldn't have got it. No chance.
Yeah. Okay, fine. There's a gem now on the Pudge. I like that.
Lina
very smart.
Goes right past them.
Lina's got to be careful. There is the gem will get him killed. The net worth is still only 9,000 difference. That kill on the Rubik really helped the Juggernaut. Look at his net worth. It's actually higher than the Ursa despite going 2-4-4. You know what? Kills are completely like pointless in this game. They're not pointless, but you should never look at the kill score and think it means anything more than a very rough indication. Maybe it shows how well you're winning fights. That's quite useful. But when it comes to net worth, it means nothing. Gold is the king this game. I forgot that Arcane Aura has this weird, whenever you cast a spell, you gain mana. Like, what is that all about?
It's a really weird 15 talent as well, because it actually gives a lot more mana, like doubles the mana on cast. With some heroes, like there was one point I think I see a Bristleback in a CM, and the CM would just spam spells, so the Bristle had mana.
It's a lot of mana, actually. It's just a weird... Maybe one day they'll give Arcane Aura an active or something, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be cool.
Like just a small active that doesn't cost mana or something, or maybe costs a bit of mana to, I don't know, give a hero some magic resist or whatever it used to do. Mo Farah's in the top lane. Interesting hero to be split pushing. This is what I hate about playing Clockwork when you're behind. You are always solo level. Nat tried, but it's a bit... Nat has boots to travel too. A lot of his net worth is not particularly useful.
He's also not got any spells. which is quite interesting.
That is not ideal for Rubik.
Oh, Nat's trying to find
Oh,
him.
he can't find him. He found him. Oh, Mofaro right-clicked him. Okay, but now what has he got? He's got
They're
flare.
trading off battery assault.
Leave, Mofaro, leave. Why doesn't he leave? Oh, the bash, the bash.
Bashed.
I mean, that was like 4 hits. The bash should have happened at some point. 25% chance. I mean, they kill him, but Mofaro, by virtue of being only level 15, he brought 3 heroes to the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad death, honestly. It could be worse. Sure, he doesn't have buyback, and they're going to probably try and push. Roche could be up kind of soon as well. That's probably the biggest negative, right? Say if Roche was up, then this death isn't good. But
I mean, he's up in 25 seconds, so there'll only be 15 seconds to take Roche.
Yeah,
Mofaro will be there. Royd thinks about Basher. He's got a Basher. Yeah, I mean, again, it's a defensive item. It does add a bit of damage, because when you proc the bash, it's an instant 100 damage. It gives 25 damage as well. Oak manages to find a kill on Radish. So now it's another support kill, this time with buyback, though. You know that the Crystal Maiden hasn't died this... not Crystal Maiden, the Dazzle hasn't died this game. 6-0-19.
Oh, well.
Need to kill Dazzle.
And they're going to start Roche up, but it's only 2 heroes here. The other 3 are in bot lane. What is on it? It's an Aghanim's. Pretty nice for Ursa. Also pretty nice for Witch Doctor. Rubik's already got 1. It's nice on Pudge as well. Oh, it's good on Daz as well. It's the cooldown reduction.
Oh, and you can reset the cooldown. Yeah.
Item cooldowns on allies. That's kind of cool.
I wonder who I would give that to. It is very, very good on Ursa, though, this game. I probably would just give it to Ursa anyway. Because it lowers the cooldown of Enrage to such a low amount. You'll never catch him without Enrage. Because even in stun, he can press it. It's so overpowered against Faceless Void, that is.
Yes.
Well, third Aegis. Now the net worth will massively shift. As soon as they as soon as they pick up the Aghanims, which they gave to Pudge.
Yeah, net worth spikes so much.
It's 6,000 net worth instantly.
Yep.
I know it counts as a blessing. You don't get any stats. It's not like super OP, but it's a bit misleading. But it's still, that's 3 Aghanims. I mean, that's really nice for Pudge. That doubles the rot radius and damage, and it has this anti-heal, which is like super powering up the spell.
I think I would have given it to Ursa because it doesn't just let him cast his ult while disabled. It also lowers the cooldown by 12 seconds.
Yeah, which is amazing. I would have gone Ursa as well personally, but I can understand why you would on Pudge. But
yeah, it is nice on Pudge for sure. I just don't think the effect has that much impact this game.
How is Royd?
We'll see. Maybe it will.
Royd is still second net worth. He is 244. But he's just been farming. He does need to go back at some point because now their base is literally dying. This is the first tower to go down. They do have Glyph. Are they going to drop Glyph?
Which is so ballsy walking up to...
Yeah, oh, they're going to engage. There's Royd, right-clicking Pudge. Looks like Raj is going to go down. That's going to be the first kill. Mofara's going to be the second kill. There's already 2 kills, both buybacks though. But look how much damage Royd is taking. He's just getting straight up deleted. Death Ward, it does no damage. Oh, it's so close, but Nat comes in, gets the kill with the Crystal Nova. That's 3 kills. Nefara's going in. They need to buy back on Juggernaut if they want to fight this. Oh, backward slow just blinks straight in. But I think that might have been a bit of a mistake. He drops the cheese somewhat, though. He's going to get the kill on Lane. If he gets the kill on Lane, it's absolutely huge. He got the Stormcrafter. That is a massive kill. And now it is not looking good for the Radiant. They're losing hero after hero. Royd does get the Omni Slash. Is it going to be enough to kill backwards hello? Yes, it does kill backwards hello. Is it going to be enough to kill the Ursa? No, Ursa's still got the Aegis, and you're not going to get the kill on the Ursa. Wow. Radiant just can't get kills this game.
Yeah, the Dazzle Grave is doing a lot of work. Unfortunately, I mean, they got the Pudge. Did they get the gem or did they recover it? No, it looks like the gem was donated over.
Okay,
yeah, but it's now on the Juggernaut.
But that was 4 buybacks and 5 deaths. So the Dire are definitely winning that. They've still not taken racks 43 minutes into this game. So
which is insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
But I think it's like you said, actually, they don't have a dedicated Rax hitter, so they're more interested in the fight than they are in the Rax. And as long as Radiant keep heroes up, they can't do anything. They're actually looking here to gank Nat. They know he's on this crit wave.
This would be an amazing kill, but he is the hardest hero to kill in the world. He has so much ability. They do get him, but he can lift himself up, or he can, yeah, he lifts himself up, 4 staff.
They need to get out of the way so we
They're trying, they're trying. Yeah, they do bring him down. That's a lot of gold as well.
Oh my god. Another 1,800 gold.
Yeah, pretty nice. It looks like a free kill on Witch Doctor, yeah. Oh, there's Grave, so Witch Doctor will be okay. Oh, Raj got the shard. Oh, the shard from Dazzle. Interrupting. Okay, Witch Doctor's going to live. thanks to the dazzle. But that's still a kill on that, which is like Roids is now level 25. He actually went for the health talent because I guess he is being burst a lot, which I suppose makes sense. He's holding a gem as well. He's got 4,200 gold. I would be picking up the Mjolnir, honestly.
Yeah, it's a hard one to say because the Abyssal's also super nice. Just adds guaranteed control for the hero.
I just think his damage is a little bit lacking still. Like we're 44 minutes into the game and he doesn't really have many straight up damage items.
No.
The virtue of Gem, the power of Gem just runs in, deletes the ward, means he can farm in peace. I'm just going to deward the sentry as well. What is he going to buy? He's holding 5,500 gold, and his buyback is down for 5 minutes, which means he can pretty much buy out. I mean, come on, buy something, Roids. Come on. What are you going to do with all this money?
Rapier.
Not actually a bad shout. Did you say that because he put it in his quick buy or because you
Yeah,
thought...
no, it's pretty much instantly as he said it, I clicked on him and he had Rapier queued up, so...
I thought you were making the greatest call that like Roids thought of exactly at the same time. I actually agree. I mean...
I do like it.
I just said he needed some damage, and what item gives damage? More than 350 damage on a hero who also crits. This is not a good play, Roids. You need to be so careful here.
Oh, he's like the outpost. Quickly, get it. Secure it.
Still got Aegis, though. Okay, they bring down the Aegis one. Now they need to leave. They need to leave. Or they're going to fight this. Ursa is going to come back to life. Oh, what do they want to do? I don't feel like they know what they want to do here. Healing ward stolen by Nat. I think they're going to leave. They're all going to leave. I mean, when I say all, Roids just goes straight into the Omni. It's going to do a lot of damage to Pudge. Actually going to kill backwards. So this is a big kill.
That is the Omni down, though.
And now he's dead. Yeah.
He's very dead.
The Hex from the Dazzle, the Lift from the Rubik. And they pick up
the clockwork as
yeah,
well.
Yeah, they do. And there's going to be a buyback from Pudge. Yeah, when they committed to the Ursa and they didn't really know what to do, they either had to run past the Ursa and insta-kill someone else, or they had to completely TP out. But they kind of did neither. And now it's probably game, because that is a very, very long death timer. They do have Glyph. They have 3 lanes of racks still up, I suppose. They've got quite a long way to push, but it is still 95
they know they
seconds.
have no buybacks, right? Because as long as they remember from the previous fight, so they just have to go down the lane here. They could just end the game, I think.
They could.
But again, they don't have great building damage, so actually, you have a minute from this point, right? And they've not even started hitting a rack, so it could get close. If they do try and commit for the end, it might end up with them paying for it. But we will see.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Double damage.
Well, that's one lane of racks.
What do? Do they go for another, or do they go for the end?
Right.
I think you just go for a second lane here. I don't think it's...
55 seconds?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
It's not 55, because it's the clockwork and the timber can delay enough for the jug to spawn, I think. So.
I don't know. I reckon if anyone tries to delay, they just murder them. I mean, Rubik has so much mobility.
They'd be delaying with 4. So I think the second lane of racks is a smart option here. They at least get 2 lanes.
They might try a third lane. They are pinging different towers. I'm not sure which ones they're intending to go for. The hook does not land. Would have been good if they got a pick off there. Still 20 seconds on the Juggernaut. He does have a rapier, by the way. He's picked it up.
Okay, so it's a Hail Mary.
It is the Hail Mary.
The last fight.
It's the Glyph. They wait for the third tower for the Glyph. Juggernaut up in 8 seconds. They smoke 3 of the heroes, and he does have a smoke of his own with the ninja gear.
Problem is he doesn't really have a way of getting into the fight easily. Like, he hasn't got a Blink Dagger, so he has to literally walk in an Omni. He hasn't even got Ags for the...
No Blink, no Ags. Yeah. I agree with you. It's going to be really difficult for him to get into this fight. I think I would have gone a Blink instead of the Basher.
Let's see. Dire is still holding around here looking for a pick-off. So they have the 3 heroes smoked right now. Mo Farah's will break. Actually, they're all going to have timeout. Here we go.
Just fully Omnis the Pudge. And then he doesn't even kill him because there's a shallow grave. Oh, he's going to do some damage on Dazzle. Is this going to be the first death on Dazzle? No, it won't. Dazzle keeps himself... Oh, that's a lie. That's a Wind Waker. Oak is going to survive. But now what can Roids do? He can't get into this fight. That Death Ward is doing so much damage. Kills Mo Farah. Oak still didn't die. Nat's saving her with the Wind Waker. And that's...
What a clutch play from that.
So Oak saves backwards low, and then Nat saves Oak.
And they didn't even have... They have a Pudge shot as well. So it's like...
Oh yeah, he could have saved someone else.
Save.
Someone just runs in. He doesn't care. There's the spin from Roids, which is doing... Okay, it did a bit of damage. He gets dispelled, drops his ultimate.
They're just stalling here.
Oh, the hook
Oh,
doesn't land on
just
the target.
misses.
That's not in any CC. How long is he rooted for? That root lasts like 100 years. Oh, this is time to kill the Juggernaut. He's in a lot of trouble here, and
That's
there's
a
the
rapier.
rapier, and there's no buyback. Rapier on somewhat, and now that is going to be game. Good game is called.
GG.
12 kills to 47, yet the game's it's the same as last game. It lasted
is.
so long.
It's crazy. I think it's an element of playing safe, but it's also an element of just not ending properly. You know, like they take a fight and they lose one hero maybe, or they only kill one hero and they don't then continue to push. They reset and it just delays the game a lot. But I mean, this game was always going to end in Dire's victory. I think the Radiant had to make some really big plays. The Rapier, I think, was the Hail Mary, and it just didn't pay off.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Royd's itemization as well. It was just a tough game for him. He couldn't get into these
was.
fights, couldn't get good Omni value, no matter how hard he tried. And yeah, it was a bit of a tragic game for the Radiant. They fought so well in trying to get like as much farm as they could. They really held on. I want to look at the gold graph. You can see the gold graph takes a very long time for it to become significantly dire. But
I think actually one of the
time
biggest tells of this game is that, right, your Timbersaur is your offlane hero. You kind of need him to be going in and tanking stuff. I think he was so afraid of dying from burst damage. He only has 2 kill participation in this game. He had such a tough time getting into fights to try and add some kind of distraction or control that it kind of ended up being a bit of a non-hero, and that meant Roy's would have to be the one to go in and try and initiate the fight, like we saw at the end with the Omni slash onto the Pudge, which just didn't end well. He just gets graved and walks away. So
yeah, Shallow Graves is really nice to have against Omni Knight. Sorry, Juggernaut, Omni slash, because they drop absolutely everything on one hero, and Dazzle says, "No, you can't do that." And
no,
he didn't have enough damage to kill the Ursa, because Ursa, of course, has such a good toolkit against the Juggernaut. Yeah. So I hate playing against Ursa if I'm playing Juggernaut. You have to. The only thing you can do is Swift Slash and hope the Ursa drops his ult and go, "Ha, got you!" And then use the Omni Slash, and then he just uses the Earthshock Shard for a second of basically invulnerability. Ugh, that's a difficult matchup. But anyway,